Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on the Queen of Soul, the First Lady of Song, Ella Fitzgerald. And we looked at that concept of Queen of Soul and this title that sometimes people give to us because we might be good at what we do. And we have to embrace that sometimes instead of being humble about it. But we do it in such a way. So trust you found that one encouraging. Well, we're going on to 1936 in Madras, British India. Arnold George Dorsey was born. He was one of 10 children, and from an early age he developed an interest in music. In fact, he learned to play the saxophone. He sort of he wanted to get a bit of a career off the ground, but he was conscripted into the army in 1950, and so that kind of put a stop for that for a while. But he came back in 1959 and he won a talent contest on the Isle of Man. And from that point onwards, his career kind of started, including doing some recording with Decca Records. But success was a little bit elusive for this guy. He was doing a bit of stuff around the place, but wasn't quite capturing the world's attention until Gordon Mills came into the picture, who managed this guy, and he suggested a name change to Engelbert Humperdinck, and which was apparently the name of a 19th century operatic composer. So that's where he got his name from. And from that point onwards, he started to get a little bit more of a following around the late 1960s period, starting off with Please Release Me, Let Me Go in 1967. I think this is where I want to go today. Please release me, let me go, because I don't love you anymore. Now, this is a live version from 1989, which is pretty cool. And I think what we need to talk about here is we need to talk about the fact that relationships often do come to an end. They come to the end for one person who just really has tried everything they possibly can to try and bring resolution and to bring about harmony and all the rest of it. It's not working. The other person, on the other hand, despite all of these hints, is totally oblivious to what's going on. And so they don't really think there's any problem. The other person can't say anything because the other person doesn't think there's a problem. It's a very hard situation to be in, I'm thinking. When one person thinks it's going all right and the other person's not, the person who thinks it's going all right is totally oblivious to the fact that things are not good. So please release me, let me go. This is one of the concepts. If there's a person who thinks that nothing is wrong, it tries to hold on with all of their might to the other person, but the other person's thinking, hey, it's not working, let me go, let me go, let me go. You know what human nature is like, right? Now, we love the routine and the way our lives are, and we don't want to make such a big change as this one. We think, oh, no, it's all right, it will get better, it'll get better, but the other person's heart is kind of made up a bit. I think we do ourselves and our partners who we've loved a bit of a disservice if we don't see the signs and we don't read the signals that things aren't good and things perhaps are coming to an end. Of course, it would be better if we actually resolve these things before these moments, like had those conversations that we need to have. But often relationships don't do this because they're too hard, and then it becomes too late and we get into please release me moments. Now, when you listen to Engelbert sing this song, he's really pleading here. It's like, you know, I can't do it anymore. Please release me, let me go. And I think we don't want to get to this point, but if it gets to a point where it's past the point of no return, well, we have to please release. We really do. The other person's heart is gone, their mind is gone, everything is gone, and it's too late. You know, all the hints and all of the hints and conversations have happened that could have happened, and they haven't. So what do we do next time? Next relationship comes along, and we need to create conversation for the start, communication from the start, which is honest and transparent. If there's anything that's going wrong with the culture of the relationship, what can we do to arrest it early so that we don't get to the please release me, moments. So if you feel something's wrong with your relationship, when you think it's all right, there probably something is, and you need to actually do something about it. So I trust you found that one encouraging. A couple more clips below. We've got 1968 Spanish Eyes, another one of Engelbert's classic hits, and A Man Without Love. Lonely is a Man Without Love. Absolutely heart-wrenching lyrics there, that is for sure. Move forward again and we've got a lighter version of that one. We've then move forward to 1969, and we've got a bit of a funny television thing with Tom Jones. Engelbert sings Tom Jones's song, and then Tom Jones comes on stage and sort of says, "What are you doing?" And then he sings one of Engelbert's songs, and he comes on the stage, "What are you doing?" And in between all of that, they're using the song My Way as a bit of a narration. Now, these guys have got pretty similar voices, and it's absolutely hilarious how these two get on with things at the end. Really, really funny clip, that one is some of the some of the best, two wonderful vocalists right there. Now, because of the songs that Engelbert was singing, he was starting to be dubbed as a bit of a crooner, and he absolutely debunked that outright. He said, "How can you call me a crooner? Well, I've got the range that I've got." Now, that's a big call to make. I thought, well, let's actually get an expert, someone who actually analyses people's vocals, and we got Wings of Pegasus. We've got a link below to him analysing Engelbert's voice, and it actually, trust me, the range is pretty amazing. And so we've got, thanks Phil again for piping in here and actually providing some commentary on Engelbert's voice. It's pretty good. He kept going, like he was recording all the way during his career. In fact, between 1967 and 2021, 103 releases. 103, right? Lots and lots and lots and lots of singles. Estimated to have sold about 140 million albums. He's had 64 gold releases and 35 platinum releases. So that's pretty significant in the scheme of things. He in the 1980s, he actually came and did some television, including the iconic Love Boat with Captain Stubing and the guys. And we've got the song If You Love Me, him singing that live on TV. So that one's there for you as well. Move forward to, I think it was 2012. Here was the UK entrant on Eurovision Song Contest singing Love Will Set You Free. So we've got a live version of that one. So this guy, we often, these guys kind of sneak under the radar a little bit, but this guy has got an absolutely stunningly good voice, really, in many ways. And sell 140 million albums is pretty significant for a guy who is more in that easy listening range. And he's been managed to have a career for a long time. It's been a long career, this one. So it's always good to be able to give people like this one a bit of a go, that is for sure. And so the links to those eight clips, there we go, are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from Ella Fitzgerald, so you want to recap on her, feel free. Well, if you come back for another one, if this is your first time, the Life Reflections to Music, thank you to everybody for coming here for the first time or coming back. It's great to see you all here. Well, that's it for today. Next time, we're going to go on to George Ezra. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.